This is not Mom.
No. Hello, everybody. I'm Michelle Mackenzie. I am freaking awesome. RLP podcast, and with me today, I have the amazing Majesta Dawn.
Hello, everyone. We are ready for spooky season.
Yes, it's gonna be awesome.
It's Halloween. This is the best time of year.
And it's my favorite time of year.
Yes, and the perfect time to read Supernatural SuperMom.
It is. With all the witchy stuff going on, absolutely. And a hex or two.
Possibly.
So, it's been a few months since your book's been published and out on paperback and soon hardback. So how's it been?
It's been wonderful. It was a little bit surreal. I think every author experiences this, like, you're so excited to have your book out there and in the world. And then you are also simultaneously terrified to have your book out there in the world because that means that people are going to read it, right?
Yeah.
So there's that nervous anxiety that comes with it, but it's been really fun. My characters relate so strongly to myself, my children, my husband. So when it's PG, everyone, but naughty bits are alluded to. And when my dad and his fiance were reading it, she got a kick she was like actually reading it out loud to my dad. She got a kick out of watching him squirm at a couple of parts, which was fun.
Oh, so great.
Yeah. So it is fun to have people I know read the book and experience it. And I've also had several people make references to the book to me. And I'm like, how did you know that? Like, it still seems strange that people can read it. I'm like, how did you know that was in there? That was just for me, but it's out there into the world now. So
yes, you're published all for now. Everyone's gonna see it and read it and be like, it's amazing. Write another.
That's the hope. If you want a cozy little mystery for fall Halloween time, this is I think a decent read for this time of year.
100%. And you got hardback coming out on Halloween.
It's a perfect day because it's Supernatural SuperMom. If it doesn't give it away from the title, it's about a mom who also just, she's got 3 kids, busy life, getting them to and from school. She's also a wife, but she just happens to be a witch and occasionally may have to exorcise some demons. So a perfect thing to read during Halloween time, especially if you're looking for an easy, warm and cozy read.
Are you writing anything new?
So, and with life being as busy as it is, and I'm actually in school working on my PhD right now as well in metaphysical sciences. So to be a metaphysician, which will be exciting and fun. It slowed down my writing a lot, right? Like, and I wonder, I'm curious if a lot of other writers experience this. You get your first book published and you're like, whew, it's done. But in my mind, I already have book 2 and even potentially book 3, like, plotted. I'm very much a pantser, but as much of an outline as I can have in my head, I have. So I have started on book 2. And because some of the best advice I'd ever gotten from an author that I adore said, when you finish book 1, immediately, like before I even sent you the final draft, I opened up another document and dove right into, I at least wanted to get that first chapter of book 2 done to try to keep up the momentum. And it worked for a minute, but then life got busy and I walked away from it for a bit. But with this time of year, especially with Maggie being a witch and all things spooky, I've been able to get back into it a little bit more. So I'm hoping to come back to it soon, and hopefully book 2 will be available sooner rather than later.
Hopefully. I'm looking forward to seeing it. We're like, we want our books. All right. So what advice would you give to new writers?
Just right. Just right. I talk to more authors, writers, or people who won't consider themselves an author, right? They spend so much time dealing with the gremlins in their brain, like the little mind demons that are like, is this good enough? Nobody's even going to read it. Why waste my time? Like, stop there. You don't need a reason to write, right? You don't have to be writing like we get so trained in school, I think, because we write when we have a paper or an assignment due.
Yeah.
That we feel like, and a lot of times, even in our adult life, we write if it's for work or something, a report that we have to do. You don't need a reason to write. If you other than you have an idea, you have some inspiration, just get it down on the paper. And who knows? I started Supernatural SuperMom over. Oh my goodness, my youngest just turned 7, so 6 years ago. I started writing this book and never thought anyone would see it. It was just for fun. It was an outlet. It was a way to deal with a lot of things I had going on in my life at that time. And then about 4 years after that, 5 years after that, I saw your post on TikTok and I was like, maybe I'll submit it and see what happens. And here we are.
And it was so good to read. Like, I was laughing. It's like out loud. It's so good.
Yeah.
So, what inspired you to become a writer?
I have always loved writing, like as an outlet since I was a kid. Like I entered every writing competition, even in elementary school, that our schools would offer. And then I'd write poetry just for myself. I think we've all written the angsty teenage poetry. Yeah. But I've always loved it. It's just been a nice creative outlet. And it wasn't so much about other people reading it as just a way to get things out. I've always loved all things witchy, Halloweeny, spooky. So I have written a lot of my writing has some of that in there, even if it's like with Supernatural SuperMom in a very fun way. It's not like the dark mystery thriller. I mean, there's a little bit of mystery in there, but it's also, I try to bring in my own sense of humor into it.
Yeah. Yeah, because like in the last podcast, like we talked about like what inspired you and stuff. But I don't think we did discuss like how you got into it in the first place.
Yeah. I know it feels like it's been ages since we did this first.
Yeah, it has been a while. You've been so busy.
Oh,
it's been like impossible to get hold of you.
It's been madness.
Oh. So when promoting your book, what is your favorite go-to for your shameless self-promotion?
So it's kind of funny. I blame my kids, or maybe it was 2020 in the pandemic when we were all bored, but I think I, like many adults, got hooked on TikTok during that time. And
I'm guilty of that.
Yeah. And it was so much fun scrolling and laughing, but I'm also not afraid to make a fool out of myself on TikTok either. So at Majesta Dawn on TikTok, if y'all want to follow me, I have a blast. My youngest loves to make TikTok videos with me. My oldest had to teach me how to make TikToks. And even my middle kid is way better at editing them than I am, but it's a blast. It's something fun to do.
It's fun. So you go on it for like 5 minutes and then 4 hours later. Oh shit, I've got shit to do. Oh. Right, is there any song that you think would be the perfect fit if your book got made into a movie? Would there be like a song that'd be like, that's the theme tune?
I don't know that the song is made yet. I bet like for a theme song, it's probably one that would have to be made especially for it. But I'm tempted to say, because I am an Eagles fan, like I grew up with my dad listening to the Eagles. We went to an Eagles concert. It was a blast. So given that she's a witch, I'm tempted to say Witchy Woman by the Eagles, but I don't know that that's necessarily the theme song.
We'd actually have to look at it and just like to see if like what music pops up. Like I'm gonna be like, this is it.
Yep. I know. If there any that you've heard that have just clicked and you're like, oh, that's the one, because I haven't really found just one that, maybe for different moods throughout. There's a few songs, but
so if it was made into a film, which actor or actress would you want to play as your main character?
That's tough. That's also terrifying, right? Because Maggie, my main character, is based so much off of me in real life that I would be terrified to see who they cast as her. Like, let it be some, like, what do they look like? I don't know. Someone who is real, right? Like a real mom. A lot of times in movies, we see these moms who are perfectly done up and their hair and their makeup's always perfect. And they're just that unachievable goal. In real life, we're at the parent drop-off line in our pajamas with our hair and a messy bun, right? Like someone who can be that real mom. So I don't know exactly who it would be, but definitely.
See, I reckon the one that played Elle in Legally Blonde. I reckon she'd be fucking awesome at it. Like the blonde hair, and it's like all that attitude. Like she's got enough sass. Like.
If Reese Witherspoon would play my main character, that would be amazing. I would be thrilled.
She would make like such a good character for it, though, wouldn't she?
She would. Oh, she's amazing. She's brilliant as well. So,
And your favorite sentence in your book?
There's so many parts, but without giving a spoiler, my favorite sentence is probably the very first sentence in the book. I think it kind of sets you up for what you're getting into right away.
Yeah, it does.
The first sentence is, "It never ceased to amaze me that not even superpowers could make a PTO meeting more tolerable." If you've had that experience of dealing with the bitchy moms of the PTO, that one I feel like is pretty relatable and kind of.
PTA, right?
Yeah, so we call it PTO here, but PTA is the same thing.
Yeah, because over here in England, PTO means please turn over.
Really? See, it's parent-teacher organization here.
Yeah, like, because I've had to change it to PTA because PTO, everyone's like, please turn over. What?
Yeah, PTA. In some states in the United States, they do call it PTA, Parent Teacher Association, but here it's the Parent Teacher Organization. So
right, it's like PTA. Please turn over. Turn over what? What?
Too funny.
Oh, your best part of All for Life.
Honestly, it's been being able to connect with other authors. It's unique to, like I said, it's very vulnerable and scary and dramatic putting your work out there. And when you start connecting to other authors and you realize that they all have this experience, that imposter syndrome isn't just something you feel.
Yeah.
It's
Imposter syndrome is real.
Yes. It's so real. Nice to create that community.
Yeah. Yeah, well, when you say your hardback, and it is because it is on the way, like that will obliterate your imposter syndrome, especially when you see what's on the back. You're gonna love it.
You've been teasing me, Michelle, with it. Like, so just for those of you watching to know, I do not know what the back cover looks like. Michelle's been teasing me, and I cannot wait to see it.
Yes, you're gonna love it.
I'm so excited. Definitely follow at Majesta Dawn on TikTok because I'm sure I will do a reaction video.
Yeah, your last reaction video to seeing your paperback was fucking awesome. It was so good. Like, see how excited you were.
It is so, because it's like this thing that you've created, and it's these different layers of realness, right? Like finding out it was being published was like, okay, it's real. But then it's not really real because you have to go back and rewrite the draft and get everything finished and send it off to you. And it's all just on a computer screen.
Yeah.
But then getting even just my author copy of the paperback, I'm like, this is amazing. So to see the hardback, I cannot wait.
Yes. With the witchy cover on it.
I'm so excited.
And something else on the back, you're gonna go mad. Right, so how did you keep motivated when writing your book on the days it was the hardest?
That's a great question. And like I said, I started my book 6 years ago and got 3 chapters into it, kind of put it down. Yeah. Every once in a while I'd get bored and I'd come back to it and I'd reread whatever. And it'd be because I'd stepped away from it for so long. I'd be like, that was pretty funny. I should keep writing, you know. bit more, but walk away from it for a long time. But then when I found out I was going to be published, it was like, okay, I need to get this done. And it just flowed. Like I would get to points where I'm like, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen next. And then I'd walk off and my kids would do something or they would say something that was just like, that's
Turtle!
it. For this, you don't know why Turtle is so great. You got to read the book. I'm very much inspired by.
I can see that. I can see that happening. You'll be seeing that going, like, and then I was like, Turtle!
Yeah.
Turtle! That's it!
And when you made that TikTok with the turtle song, my youngest plays that. She'll put that on repeat still and play it through the whole house.
She still does it. They're so cute.
She loves it.
I was like, I didn't even know. Like, I just put in Turtle and I was like, see what happened, and that song came up, and I was like, no way, that's like the perfect song for this TikTok. And I was like, you'll lose your mind.
She loves that song now. That's like her theme song.
That's a duck. So funny, and it still like cracks me up.
Oh, it is so funny.
Right. So how would you describe holding your book in your hands for the first time?
Surreal. I think that's probably the one word that could sum it up, was just surreal. I mean, and you got to see my reaction to holding it the first time. It was amazing. It made it real, but felt like a dream all at once. So it was pretty amazing. And I love
yourself to wake up, sort of thing.
Yeah, I love.
And then seeing it is still there in the morning.
I love the disclaimer that you put in the book too, because I don't think I'd seen that until I got it. But the disclaimer is, this is a work of fiction, and he names people or situations described in this novel are purely coincidental. No real animals or people were hurt or cursed in the making of the story. And that
I felt great.
So hard. And
I see loads of ones like the bog standard, the animals or people was hurt in making this film, and I thought, fuck, I'll do it with a book. So no animals are hurt, no people were cursed in the making of this book.
I loved it. Oh, too funny.
It's like I put on, it's like, no people were buried here. Don't look.
Don't look.
So everything is happening from beginning to like the whole publishing process and getting your hands the first time and your release date. Would you do it again if you had a chance to do it all over?
Absolutely, 100%. Like, I wouldn't change a thing. I would definitely do it again. And I hope to do it again. Got to get book 2 done.
You get to have that feeling again when you get your hardback.
Yes.
And then the hardback release.
Yes. So excited. And what a perfect day for it, right? Halloween.
I'll be putting the link to the hardback in the description, as well as on your author page.
Wonderful. And I will make sure to share it with all my following as well. I'm so excited that there's something about having a hardback that's just right.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
That's when I like where all the big guns like do, isn't it? Really like the hardback.
Yeah.
And then find the link to the hardback book will be on the author page as well as the description.
Wonderful.
And as well as all the other info about you, like where to follow you for your newsletter.
Absolutely.
And all over social media. You can shout out about it.
Yep. Most TikTok. I am on Facebook as well, Majesta Dawn, but TikTok's kind of been my happy place because there is such a strong book talk community of authors who support each other. It's just wonderful. Found you through TikTok. Yep, Majesta Dawn on TikTok.
Yeah, I didn't think I'd come across anyone like on TikTok. I thought I'd just go through and like seeing what comes up, and then I saw yours. I was like, I'll have a look. Because you were calling out for publishers. I was like, I'm a publisher. Let me look.
And maybe like to backtrack when you asked any advice I'd have for authors, don't be afraid to put a shout out there and say, I want to get my book published, because that's how Michelle found me, right?
Yeah.
You never know what can
And
happen.
I love like witchy, like sort of stories as well. Like, I was just like I feel like Charmed and stuff. And yeah, and then like Harry Potter kind of books, and so like all witchy and magic.
Yeah.
So it's
Always
gotta be awesome. I can't wait to see your face when you open that hardback. It's gonna be so good. And the Nano poster and stickers in there as well.
I can't wait. I'm so excited for it to come. I will definitely share my reaction with you.
I cannot believe you'd never heard of Nano. I was like, what?
Never heard of it. So when you were telling me about it, I'm like, I have got to check this out.
It's like the biggest event of the year for writers. Like, how did you not know?
And of course, it falls during my busy season. I'm like, October is always busy for us anyway. But yes, tomorrow I will have a pajama day and do my research.
Yeah, it's like November's like one of my favorite times. Like the end of October because of Halloween and stuff. And then November, because November you've got like the National Novel Writing Month. So you get to like communicate with a lot of different writers, meet new people. And there's like writing groups and stuff that you can go to in your region, you know, like in your area. And it's like nearly everyone's writing together and cheering each other on. It's great. And then you got my birthday as well. So, you know,
happy early birthday.
No, and birthday all in one. It's like
it's perfect.
SuperMom. So like I'm really looking forward to it.
Wonderful. Well, I can't wait to find out more. And like I said, happy early birthday.
Yes, it's gonna be so good. Oh, but yeah, I can't wait for you to see your book. It's gonna be so good. You have to look at the back though, like it was like blow your mind.
I can't wait.
And imposter syndrome will just like be blown right out of the water.
I'm like so curious. You've got me wondering, like, what could it be?
Oh. I'm like, no denying it. But, oh, yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. But, but yes, the Halloween, and when this video goes live, it will be on your release day. How you feel about that?
I'm so excited. I can't think of a better release day than Halloween. Like, that is so exciting for me. I may hop on TikTok and do a fun live event on Halloween to celebrate. So definitely, Michelle, maybe I'll shoot you a message real quick so you can be there and join.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'm so excited. It's to me, Halloween is the most wonderful time of year. So excited.
Yeah, Halloween is good. You know, you get to see all like the little children dress up and stuff, and it's good.
Yep. After this meeting, I'm about to wash off my day makeup and transform into a zombie for a zombie walk. So,
what do you do at a zombie walk? Just
have a zombie. My local town costume contest. Everybody comes as zombies. So, special effects makeup is one of my favorite things to do when I'm not writing. It's my other creative outlet. So, we're gonna have some fun. And my kids are old enough now. They're like, okay. You could put some liquid latex on us, make it look like our teeth are falling out. We're good to go.
Awesome. Oh, yeah, I can't wait. Like, I hope the week hurries up.
I know. I can't wait till it gets here. I'm so excited.
Yes, and I'll be looking at the tracker. So hopefully, I'm pretty sure I tracked it. Hope so. I will double check, but it's usually about a week.
Yeah.
But if I do have a tracker thingy on it, then I'll let you know where it's at.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. It's like Christmas morning almost, waiting for it to get here.
Yeah, it's going to be so good. Oh, but yes, I'll let you go and get zombified.
All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. As always, it was wonderful speaking with you.
Yeah, you too. It's so good to catch up with you as well.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. I'll see you later.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.